pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What's this? I can't.
I don't work in those.
This is inhumane working
That's
conditions.
exactly right.
Weren't we seeing Parks and Rec first?
No, Parks and Rec is coming in
Okay.
the non-public.
They will be the non-public B.
Okay. Sorry.
I told him 6:15. I
Okay.
gave the chief an hour. I figured you could get through everything else.
That was when I was running the meeting.
Oh, please.
And you just set a record.
Just remember that when you try and ask any questions. We're on a deadline here. Okay, agenda review. Do we have anything we'd like to add?
Just an update on the phones
Okay.
where, we're still limping along. We haven't gotten any good news, only that it still looks like 4 to 6 weeks out. So
Have they done any of the wiring?
the electrician was
yet?
going to try to be here today. He's coming tomorrow. So we'll get that portion done.
That's the cat 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else have any? to add?
Nope.
Okay, seeing none. All right, I'll take approval of the minutes for November 9th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, November 9th.
We have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Action items, we signed payroll manifest. Need a motion for the chair to sign the profile bank resolution. I think that was initially signed last week, but she put the wrong information there from profile, so we're just correcting that.
Make a motion for the chair to sign. I think I don't know if you need one, do you?
Huh?
Do you need one?
A motion, yeah, because it's a different document.
Oh, okay. I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have the 2021 equalization assessment, the health trust HAS amendment, which we will need a motion for the chair to sign the amendment to section 125 flexible benefits and the section 125 flexible benefit plan. It's 2 separate documents. So I just need a motion for,
Make a motion for the chair to sign. I'll second it.
any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We had an intent to excavate and a letter of hire, which was for, I just completely blanked out, right?
For the firefighter.
Okay. Now, is that part-time or per diem or?
Actually, he's going to be going to school for firefighter 1. So he's coming in as uncertified,
Okay.
but then he'll be able to ride along and work, do some hours at the station.
Oh, okay. Is there any
Mhm.
questions in regards to that? All right. New business is the Belknap County warrant. I don't think I saw that, but does anyone have any questions regarding it, or is there any information that you wanted to?
It's just part of your tax rate.
That is what our portion is.
Right.
Correct. And it
Plus, we
did,
still don't know what's going on with gun stock, but
Yeah, that's a bad thing. You
I-
should
I'm
be
aware of
paying
that, yeah.
Attention to that.
well, we know they canceled their meeting at this point in time. And I think the commissioners filed a lawsuit, correct?
I believe that is correct.
Yes. So I don't know, because I know they want to modify and put a hotel and get into the next generation for gun stock. All right. Informational items. Do you have anything further, Karen, under miscellaneous? Okay. Seeing none. Do we have any public announcements? No public announcements? Okay. We're just moving right ahead here. 10 past 5, are you ready? Chief Poirier for your budget. Going on ahead here.
Setting records again.
You're darn right I am. So just to make you aware of the way that we go through this budget, is we'll do line by line. I'll ask the board if they have any questions. If there isn't any questions, we'll move on to the next line. Sounds good to everybody, same way we did with the fire department.
Sounds good.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm
Ready? All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, starting off with prime full-time. Pretty
Yes.
big jump. Understanding, of course, we did prorate last year, so that accounts for some of this funds.
Correct.
Does anyone have any questions for the chief in regards to prime full-time?
You do have 7 full-time right now, Tree?
Yes.
7. No part-time, right?
Excuse me?
No part-time?
One part-time school resource officer.
Oh, yeah, okay. 7 to 1.
Okay. So the increase of the 65,560 is the prorated or?
Correct. That's a 20% increase because last year we didn't budget, even though it was approved at the town meeting, we had not budgeted for the full year because we knew we weren't going to have that 7th officer in there. So that's that 7th officer for the full year accounts for the increase.
Okay, and then there's also a note here, 1 full-time administrative assistant.
Correct.
And what's the
So I'm-
difference
I'm-
between part-time and full-time?
So I'm looking to have administrative assistant Trish Lazat come on full-time with us. Her workload has increased significantly in addition to her, she does the cleaning at the station. But we have increased a lot of her administrative duties in which she helps Tony, our prosecutor, with a lot of filings and a lot of putting together case files for the court systems and just putting discovery together takes quite a bit of time. We're also behind in what's called our NIBRS reporting. We're actually behind. She's only up till April right now, and we've got to get them done before the end of the year. So these are just some of the things that we really need a full-time person. We get a lot of people that come in after hours to the police station looking for reports, permits, gun permits and things like that. And I just feel that it's time. Trish has been a dedicated employee here for quite a long time, and it'll be very, very beneficial to the town if we have a full-time person in that position.
How many hours is she working right now, Chief?
She's working 32 hours.
So it's not that big of a jump in hours.
No,
It's
it's
32 and
8
it's
hours.
usually, I think, what's it, like 10 hours a week in cleaning or something like
Yeah, she
that?
does like, not quite 10.
No?
It varies, probably 6 hours. It depends on, but she's usually cleaning several times a week. And she keeps that place spotless. But you'll see later on in my line for the cleaning that I depleted that line, and I want to move those monies up to the full-time line, which would help offset the cost of her position being full-time.
Is she still going to continue to?
She's going to continue to do the cleaning
Okay. it's
as
just-
well.
Okay.
Correct.
Did you take into consideration her benefits package when she goes to full-time?
I did, yes.
That's in this number here?
That is not in, I don't know. That's just the salary number.
Yeah, that would be in the 210 through 225 that Karen hasn't calculated yet.
Right. I have it calculated on another sheet if you want me to.
No, you don't have to right now.
You'll see it later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there any further questions for crime full-time? Okay, seeing none, crime part-time. There's a decrease. Do you want to explain?
Right, there's a decrease of $34,000 or 26.42%. Because we took Trish's salary and moved it up to the full-time line. And that was the decreased portion there.
Have we looked at, Chief, I'm just asking, have we looked at Neil's responsibility?
Yep.
Lieutenant Neil's responsibility, and see if we could do something with the school board on that?
Yes, so I've spoken offline with the superintendent, and we're gonna be meeting again. And I'm hoping, and even talking to the school board during our last meeting, so I'm hoping that they're going, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna pick up his salary come, when their budget kicks in. So I know they're
I mean,
working,
that'll be a big deal if we can,
that'll be
if we
huge.
if
So
we can do that.
they're certainly exploring that, and I've got a pretty good feeling that they're gonna be able to do that for us.
Okay.
Just so, sorry, just I wanted to just let people know what the 128,000 was from the last year was 3 part-time officers at 2,000 hours total was part of that line, as well as the administrative assistant
Correct.
and the chief. She was budgeted, I think, for 30 hours. So that was what the 128,000 made up, just so that you have an idea.
So what I'm looking to do in this line is put on a part-time administrative assistant for 12 hours a week, in which she would cover weekends, nighttime, when after hours, when Trish goes home. So I'd probably be looking up at like 4-hour blocks, 3 days a week. And that's included in this line here.
Now, is that every week or?
Yeah, it would be every week. It would be, I included, it's 12 hours a week, 12 hours a week. We could break that up any way we see fit. She's pretty flexible. She's been volunteering with us. And she'd be a real good asset to the police department. She knows a lot of the systems already. She's very good with computers, with Excel spreadsheets and things like that. So, and she's good with the public.
Which line item was this, Chief?
That was the 120, the second line, crime part-time.
And is she's familiar with police departments? or-
So she's a retired police officer. She did 25 years as a police officer. So what's nice about that, she was also a dispatcher. So she's familiar with a lot of the laws. She's familiar with handling people at the window. So she could, really head a lot of stuff off for us and answer a lot of the questions that people come in the lobby for. And it would save us time rather than having a police officer come in off the street to handle. She can actually handle all that stuff. And I've been watching her, and she's been doing that. So she definitely knows police work, and she's done this type of things, this stuff before. So I'm looking to put her on 12 hours a week. Some other stuff that she's going to be able to do for us is, as you know, we're looking to update our policies and kind of move towards accreditation in the future. And I'm going to have her start typing our policies. I'm looking to do after the first day of the year, start doing a daily log for our new website. So I'm hoping that we can get her on there as an administrator on the police department and to start putting together a daily log and kind of help with that website as well. She's also going to be able to help with our uniform crime reporting and our national incident based reporting system, in which we're behind on right now. So these are things that she's very familiar with. She knows how to work, and that'll help us move forward as an agency.
Does anyone have any further questions for crime part-time?
How many hours was that?
12 hours?
Phew.
God
That's-
bless
Bless
you.
Did you say that was just weekends?
No.
Oh,
I said,
oh, I
you
thought
know,
I-
some
I said
weekends,
weekend.
maybe some nights. We could break it up into 4 hours, 6 hours, however however we choose to do it.
Custodial is
So
going
that's
to move up into full-time, I think you said.
correct. That's why I zeroed out the line. That's over $33,000 savings for us.
Okay, anyone have any questions in regards to custodial? So we're on just the third line in the police budget. Okay. Crime overtime.
Yeah, historically, we've been putting $25,000 a year on there in that line. And I always thought it not to be enough. And this last year, we chose to put 50,000. And again, I didn't think it was going to be enough considering the short staffing that we were at. And as you can see, we obviously overextended that line. I'm being conservative. I think $30,000 is a fair amount, considering the size of our department. And I still think that's a little bit low, but I think we could make it if we're fully staffed and we really watch that line. You know, I think $30,000 is not an overabundant amount to ask for. And, you know, that'll cover when people call out sick, vacations, and things like that.
Does anyone have any questions in regards to crime overtime?
We're not doing details any longer, right?
No, we still do details. We personally, our department, we haven't had a lot of them lately, but we do have some, and sometimes we just have to farm them out. We have to give them out to other agencies because our guys are just overworked from working shifts or whatever. Sometimes they'll take them. But yeah, we still have details, just not as many
You
as
mean
we used to.
coverage. You mean coverage. He means coverage.
Oh, coverage. Oh, patrol coverage.
Yeah, but we've been calling them
yeah.
details. Yeah,
Yeah, occasionally we have, you know, we occasionally, not like we were.
because that's an awful lot of money.
That
And
is-
I'm wondering now that we're full staff, why we would need them.
I don't disagree with you. You know, there's still some occasions here and there when I can't fill it with our own guys. I gotta put it out. I move guys around. I've come in myself to work them. So I do the best I can to keep it in-house because I'd rather see our guys over anybody else making the money. But we try to adjust the schedules as much as we can.
Special duty is $1, I don't know. On-call standby, just level funding it. That's what it was.
Correct.
Okay, special duty traffic grant is, should that still remain $1, Karen?
Excuse me?
The special duty traffic enforcement grants, the one,
Oh, we put $1 there
Yeah.
because it's charged and then when we get reimbursed.
okay. So we can go down actually to police prosecutor because all the others are the trickle down from salaries, correct?
Right. So police prosecutor, I talked to our prosecutor today, as a matter of fact. He's not looking for any increases.
Level fund,
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I'm skipping.
level fund for the telephone. Does anyone have any questions in regards to the police prosecutor or the telephone? Okay. Other professional services, you're going to decrease.
Yeah, I decreased that because we are now, a good portion of that money was for psychological testing. And we're now getting reimbursed. I want to say it's $250 or $275 per test. by the police academy through the state. So I decreased that line and hoping that we don't have to hire any more people over the next year and pay for these tests. But that line is also, we also use that line for, like if we get a vet bill or something like that, we got to pay. So that's why that line was decreased.
Okay, anyone have any questions regarding other professional services? Okay, level funding, administrative repairs, maintenance. Does anyone have any questions in regards to 1-430?
Did you just get a new system over there? Am I right, or it was upgraded or something or other?
The server's getting upgraded, yes.
So is that in this number?
Yes.
Now, we wouldn't have to upgrade again, right, this year?
No, but what that is here is our contracts, and we still have to pay licensing fees, which is costly. And everything's included here, our security cameras, our Xerox machine, and Tri-Tech licensing, MetroCast, the software, that's all included in that line.
I wonder if it might be better to label that line dues and subscriptions, but that's just me. Does anyone have any questions for 1-430? Okay, seeing none. 1-550, admin printing and publishing. You're just gonna level fund that. Oh, you do have dues and subscriptions.
There you go.
That's the personal one. Well, I shouldn't say personal, but that's the officers. Chief of Police Association, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so is there an extra one? Because it was 150 last year, 300?
No, we just, we didn't fund enough last year.
Okay. All right, on to page 2. You see level funding, office supplies.
Correct.
Anyone have any question regarding office supplies? Okay, postage, funding. All right, custodial supplies.
Increase that because we didn't, I don't know what happened last year, but there was nothing budgeted for custodial supplies. And I need to put some money in there. And as you know, cost of everything has gone up.
Only $6 in that line.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to go see what was bought.
Trying to figure out why there is,
Donations.
why is there only $6 in
I'm
that
gonna look
line?
'cause I wanna know.
Because she was buying stuff all year. I saw that. Must have got
It
under
was,
a different.
well, charged to the town hall account, the cleaning
Oh, so you think-
supplies.
Oh, so
Guys,
you
I
owe
don't
us
know
500.
What's that?
He owes us 500, is that what you're saying?
I'll make sure we get it. from them.
Well, I can't find it right now. I'm gonna look later. Okay. Books and periodicals is level funded.
Yep.
Anyone have any questions? Physicals, $1. Where does that normally
Yeah,
go?
so new employees for police positions have to take physicals, but we mandate that they go to their own PCP and get them done. So it doesn't cost us anything.
Okay. Workman's comp is part of the salaries. Crime medical services, 2-350, level funded.
Yeah.
Crime photo laboratory is still gonna remain 0.
Correct.
Right. Crime general supplies, 2-610, there's a $3,000 increase.
Right, so we wanted to get active shooter kits for each cruiser. Some departments supply them for each officer, but they have an active shooter kit consists of a helmet, a ballistic, some of them got ballistic shields, some of them have battering rams, but the ones we're looking at have trauma plates, vests with trauma plates in them. They have helmets. And, we're looking to get one for each cruiser so that, and these helmets are all, they can be adjusted to fit each officer. So each officer doesn't need a separate helmet. So we're looking to do that. That's what the increase is there. We also need to get some additional taser cartridges so that we can continue training and supplying the officers with the cartridges. And we're looking to put flashlights on our firearms so we can start training at nighttime as well with these firearms. So that's what the $3,000 increase is for.
Does anyone have any questions regarding crime general supplies?
There's a difference between a trauma plate and the vest.
So trauma plates are thicker. Will stop a larger round than a smaller capacity round. So we take these trauma plates and you put them inside the vest.
Does anyone have any?
It's like you're suiting up for some kind of apocalypse.
Zombie. Zombies are
Kind of zombie invasion. No questions.
okay. Uniforms. Decrease.
Right. Decreased by $1,000. We're pretty set right now. I know that we're trying to get a different type of pant and a shirt. The officers have expressed an interest in more comfortable, kind of less formal type uniform. A lot of the departments you see around are going to them. So I know a lot of the younger officers are kind of would like to do that next year if we have the money to do that. And that'll go with the outside carrier type vest that all the departments are starting to kind of go towards now, and the same type of outside carrier that our guys are looking at getting. We had a company come in a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and we kind of beta tested one of the outside carriers, one of the uniforms, one of the whole uniforms. You might have seen Sergeant Ryan was wearing it for a little while, but the test period's over and they've taken their equipment back from us. But that's what we're looking to do next year.
Okay. Any other questions regarding uniforms? Okay. Prime gasoline. Based on current usage.
So current usage, again, we're short-staffed this year, so there wasn't, we didn't even use half of what we used last year. So I just kind of went with what we've been normally budgeting for all the previous years, and that's $25,000.
And then of course with the increase in gas, that's probably going to be eaten up pretty quick.
Right.
Chief, is this a typo or a side note left over from previous year?
Which one?
The prime gasoline side note is increased based on current usage, unforeseen pricing. The prices, the cost you put in here is the same as last year.
Right.
So then there is no increase. Is that right?
Correct, right, which it's leveled. I kept it the same as it's been, so,
Okay, so that's something to be taken out.
right.
Okay, thank you.
I'm glad you caught that. Thank you.
Anyone have any further questions on gasoline? Okay. Vehicle repairs.
I decreased that by $2,000 or 16%. And I did that because of the 3 new cars that we got. So I don't anticipate any huge repairs, and I would expect anything that's costly as a repair goes, it's going to be warranted while it's on the lease.
So you don't think it could be reduced further?
I think that the board might want to look at that.
Okay. All right, so we'll circle that.
I like that.
I think that was a very good answer.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe we should stop there.
Okay.
Never make the first offer.
Any other questions regarding prime vehicle repairs? Okay, prime machinery equipment, you have an increase
Yeah.
due to
So-
cost of ammunition, I think.
Yeah, ammunition, if you haven't heard, is skyrocketed. So we had to increase that line, not by our choice, but we're mandated now to fire more rounds for qualifications, and the price of the ammunition has gone up. So that was out of my control. I increased that by 1,700. And the other costs are contractual for our contracts for the Axon body cameras and the Axon tasers.
Before you buy your ammunition now,
This is the best price we got was a place called AAA down in Massachusetts. I tried buying it locally, but nobody can give us the price that these guys can give us. So,
Are you using practice rounds or are you using real rounds? I mean,
no,
regular ammo.
no.
You're running mostly 9mm, right?
Yeah, 9mm, and no, we use practice rounds for the range, and then obviously we got to suit up with our regular rounds.
All right.
Any further questions for prime machinery equipment?
The cameras, that was a 5-year contract. When
Yes.
does that come up again? Was that, wasn't that just done?
No, I think we have 2 more years. I think we're in our 3rd year with those cameras, if I remember right.
The body cam, those body?
And tasers is fairly new too, right?
Tasers, yeah, those are only a year old.
Yeah.
Amazing, they've been using the body cams for 3 years in Barnstead, and state police is just finally getting them.
Well, some places don't have the money that Barnstead has.
You know? Yeah, they don't have the money bonds to have.
Barnstead's always been forward thinking.
I'm just glad we have them. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Electricity is gonna be the town, and heating will be the town. Training, conferences, seminars. Gonna stay the same.
Funded?
Hopefully, there will be remote classes for the officers with COVID really not going anywhere, but I was gonna say, at least they're still holding in-person classes.
Yeah, I got to be at 1 at 8:30 in the morning, so.
Okay. Anyone have any questions regarding the training conferences, seminars? Okay, seeing none. Grants, you holding the dollar for both. Now DARE program, that realistically is gone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone. So what's replaced that is the lead program, and our school resource officer is certified in that, and so is the captain, and we're hoping to get that started up soon as well in the school.
Would you call that lead?
Lead, law enforcement against drugs.
And they have grants for that, don't they? Or-
They have grants for it. We can go, we've got certain connections with that program. We could go to some trainings for free.
Okay.
That would be great. The resource officer can try to get that going.
Any further questions regarding grants or DARE program? Okay, computer maintenance and contracts, I think that's more town related, because that's all under. government stuff up front. Building furniture and fixtures.
Yeah, I increased that by 500. We only had budgeted 500. It's up to 1,000 now. I'm asking for. We spent 1,100 this year, and that's that could be basically anything in the police department that we need. Furniture, fixtures.
what do you anticipate buying this year?
Honestly, Ed, I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, but I need something there because something always comes up that I need to buy something over there. And I usually pay for it out of my own pocket. The town always reimburses me, but there's always something.
What did you buy this year?
I'm trying to find it.
I'd have to go and look at it. If I've spent 1,100, I bought some things. Whatever it is, I'd have to go back and look.
When we had, oh, I'm sorry, when we had the interview area, I think it is upgraded, the wall, or
Yeah,
The
if I get
gun
that
rack.
right, and then the fencing outside and all of that,
yeah.
what does that come under?
That, what did we pay for that for with the fencing and all that?
Actually, you encumbered that. So that's not part of his budget.
Okay,
Actually, right now, it had been charged to the town hall and other building accounts, but it will be transferred to the encumbered line. Yes. And on his building furniture and fixtures, one thing, chief, it was $590 was the gun rack for the evidence
Oh,
room.
right, we bought two
Yeah.
gun racks, correct.
Right.
And
But there's got to
then
be some other things I bought.
TV for security system and 3-drawer file
Yep.
is another one. And then, so water goes under that?
And we bought
Building
I think we
furniture
bought a
and
filter.
fixtures?
We bought a water filter, I think. We bought a
Well,
tub.
no, you're being charged for
Yeah,
water.
the water
Crystal
is
Rock
going
every
under
month.
there.
Is that supposed to be under there?
Well, I'll check with Lisa and
Yeah.
see. I thought that came up.
So we bought I bought a monitor for Tricia's office that the
Mhm.
one we had up there got burnt out. So I had to buy a new one. I paid for it with my money and I got reimbursed. Those gun racks that she's talking about. There's always something that I gotta buy. Something that comes up where I need something to buy for the building and that's the line I pull it out of.
Your budget is pretty ambitious. Take $250,000 cut.
Is that what I did?
No, and we don't have in
I'll
the
have to look at
salaries,
that.
but hey.
Two items there.
hang in there,
I don't believe.
hang right in, Ed.
So right now, your building fixtures is actually 1,655. So I think there's some stuff in this line that's
that
probably
would be
gonna need to be moved.
Okay.
So that's gonna probably be more of a reasonable amount, because your gun rack is probably a one-time thing, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think once we get an idea on what that number is, this number could actually go down. Because I think you take out your one-time purchases
Mhm.
and then you
Yeah,
get what your average is. At least that's what I've always done. All right. So that's building furniture and fixtures. Anyone have any further questions about that? And then capital outlay, we had the lease purchase police vehicles for the 2 vehicles last year. And some discussion was, because it's already in the budget, do we just replace the 2 oldest ones and then nothing for 3 years? That's going to be the will of what the board will decide. We have a 2018 and a 2000 what?
15.
15.
I'm gonna say the two older ones aren't that old, are they?
We got a 15. The 15 needs some work. Both of them need work. So the 18 right now needs about $3,000 in work. I brought it over to Kidders. It needs 2 Cadillac converters, which is about $2,500.
Did someone take them? No. I just
Um,
figured
they
I'd
took
ask
it,
that
they
question.
took it out of the van bus. They
Yeah,
stole
right,
it.
right. So anyways, it's a
$4
little over
grand.
$3,000 worth of work. I've been holding off. They put a temporary sticker on it and they, just to, and the engine light's on. So it's got some issues coming. Once these cars reach up, over $100,000, 100,000 miles, these Ford Explorers, I've noticed we've been starting to have a lot of problems with them. So what I would propose is, we take that 2018 and we trade it in before it reaches 100,000 miles. Talking to some other chiefs, that seems to be the magic number. You got to get them in before they're 100,000 miles. You'll get more money for your cars that way. Just checking today with a company called CMG. They're the ones that got us our last 2 cruises. They're offering us $6,000 for a trade-in on a 2018 Explorer with 84,000 miles. And they're offering the Dodge Charger's got 140,000 miles. They're offering us $3,000 for that. A new Explorer would run us $33,800. So we could knock $9,000 right off of there. And we'd save another 10 grand on the upfit because we don't need to really purchase any equipment. The equipment would just be transferred over from the 18 into the new 2021, 2022 vehicle, whatever the board decides they want to do.
Now, is that for purchasing or leasing?
That would be the purchase from CMG. from Colonial Motors.
You said they give you 6,000 for the 2018?
Yeah.
And what is that, an
Explorer,
Explorer?
yeah. And it's got 84,000 miles on it.
And what would it be if you were to lease the vehicles? Like we did last year?
So we would just go through the same type of leasing program that we do now, which would, I don't have those numbers with me.
What the charge you have on it? Sorry,
Charges got 140,000.
140? Okay, thank you.
So Karen, was our cost for this year one, the 33,000?
Yes,
Yeah.
but that was for two vehicles.
Right,
You
so-
could cut it in half approximately. You're going to
So-
add one more if that's at the full price, but it appears, it would be
Because
much.
the
much less.
8,000 or the 9,000 could reduce the cost of the lease
Right.
for two vehicles.
Right.
Right.
So you
So-
may have $10,000 for the lease.
Yeah, I mean,
You should be
so,
able to get way more money for those, honest. I mean, I don't know where he's coming up with those numbers, but
what
Yep.
they're gonna do is take the chip thread out of it and stick them in a new one. Is what they'll do.
they're paying like crazy for these rigs right now.
Oh, I know.
And that's a ridiculous amount of money.
We could do the Kelly Blue Book instant cash.
Chief, what are you guys doing with the old dog wagon?
Yeah, so
The what?
I've
The
messaged,
dog wagon.
Oh,
there's a company out west I've been trying to get an answer from that, I don't know if they buy them. They certainly manufacture them or refurbish them. I've been trying to get an answer out of them whether or not they're interested in this.
This is the Hummer.
Yeah,
No,
right? Is that what you're talking
I'm
about?
sorry.
Oh, you're talking about the canine vehicle.
no.
I think they're both dog wagons, but so that vehicle, we're using that to pick up canines is what we're doing. So I've sent out an email to all the officers that it's not use the new vehicles to pick up canines because they come back and really, they've come back with mud, caked in mud and stuff like that. So we've been using it for that, using it to, run errands and do what we need to do around the PD, but really we're using it for, that's.
it's a
what we-
utility vehicle,
Yeah,
basically.
utility vehicle, canine vehicle.
Does anyone have any further questions regarding the lease purchase of police vehicles? Okay, seeing none, we are done with your police budget for now. Thank you very much. We're almost making good time here.
You love
Thanks, Chief.
that.
Thank you.
You love that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. We're going to go to public input, if anyone has any public input. Anyone want to talk, watching? No? Okay, seeing none, we will close public input. And you guys are all set. We could go in early.
Kate's like, yeah.
And I believe you would have another non-public with the police chief as
Oh.
well. So however you want to handle that.
Parks
Parks
and Rec isn't gonna be long, is it?
Well,
No? For hiring?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should be all right.
Well,
okay, so what we'll do is we'll go into, Chief, you don't mind waiting like 10 or 15 minutes?
I
Okay,
think it's gonna take
So we'll
more than
take-
that. But This is gonna take longer. Is yours very long, Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do Dave first.
okay.
They're gonna be more than 10 minutes. Okay.
So we'll do Parks and Rec first, and then we'll take care of the,
I think they just said for the chief to go first.
okay. Okay, So we're going to be going into non-public with the chief. So I'll take a motion to go into non-public under RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2C for personnel. Ed,
Aye.
Gary, Diane, yes, Paula.
Aye.
Okay, so we will be back. Thank you, guys.